Financial analysis. Now we're getting into the nitty-gritty. Let's see. It's currently vacant. It's been in the market not very long. Or what is this? Financial analysis. I don't know who did this analysis. After repair with 382. Again, I would take that number down. Definitely to at least 330, 340 maybe. If you want to sell it quick. If you wanted to sit around and get stale, you might get more later on. You might always sit on it for a while. So 219 was estimated repair cost 60. Okay, so here we have your budget is 55, estimated repair cost 64. That's already $10,000 off. So definitely you want to check on this math here. Property taxes, okay, 7,000. Insurance costs 2,000. Looks like there's no other fees up here. Miscellaneous holding costs. Purchase and repair costs. Purchase and rehab 1%, 0. 10% first mortgage interest. First mortgage monthly interest only payment. Financing costs. So these are the financing costs. So you're looking at getting a mortgage, what looks like for the purchase price and the repair costs. You're going to have a lender that will actually finance you for that, because most lenders will not calculate the rehab cost into the loan. There's only very few lenders that will do that for you. Most times you'll have to come up with the repair cost yourself. So would not assume that you can actually find a lender that can finance the entire thing. First mortgage interest is 10%. Not sure for how many months this is, because that's obviously only for about 6 months, because it was 10% for the year roughly without compounding interest. It would be 28. So this, yeah, it's about for 6 months. Okay, got it. And first mortgage monthly interest only payment 2,000. Okay, so that would be for 6 months that you're trying to finance this, and that would be your total financing costs. Okay, and this would be your monthly payment. Okay, I understand. Okay, escrow attorney fees $900. That sounds about right. Title insurance is usually 1% or 1/4%. Yeah, that's about right. Transaction costs $2,000. Selling, recording fees, realtor, home warranty. Home warranty? Alright, what's the deal with home warranty? You're trying to remodel and fix it. You don't need, unless you want homeowner's insurance. It's not called home warranty though. It's called homeowner's insurance. It's actually not a warranty, but if you're talking about a warranty, then that's an additional fee that you don't need. Marketing costs $500. Again, I would probably up the marketing costs, especially if you're advertising internationally. Home warranty, again, I would check on that number. That's probably a little bit more. That seems kind of low to me. Okay, so you have estimated net profit $62,761. Again, I would take about $20,000 off of that, just because I think this price right here is too high, and that will adjust your percentage. And after repair value is not your actual after repair sales price. So total financing costs, holding costs, buying transactions on credit. This is right. Assume sale is on or before 10/12/2015. We are now in June. You're giving yourself only 4 months. That's awfully short. Product cost per square foot. Down payment required at closing $62,000. With capital, my annual cash on cash return. Total annualized cash on cash return. Purchase return investment 22%. Again, just to go sure, I would definitely recommend to take this after repair value down by at least $30,000, or take your profit down by about $20,000 and then see where you are in these numbers, because I think that the after repair value is too high if you want to sell it that quickly. And I think that the I'm going to look at the repair costs, but definitely you want to reanalyze these numbers, because just to go sure, and I can almost guarantee you if something always goes wrong, have a little bit of a pocket of, and you can even assume that these numbers are correct and work with these numbers, but in the back of your head, know what your numbers are if you're selling this house not at 382K. Run this whole analysis as if this would be 382K. Run it at 362K. Run it at 342K, and then see what your return on investment and all these other return on investment numbers are, just to see how low you can actually go and still break even, or at least make a little bit of money. You don't want to just go with this number and then it blows up on you and then you don't know where you are. You want to know what the other numbers look like too. So run this report several times to compare. Sources and uses of funds. First lien mortgage 92%, second lien mortgage seller private, equity, borrower's cash. I'm not sure where these numbers come from again. So obviously I can't comment on this because I don't understand this, because I kind of thought that the lender wasn't going to give more than 80%, and I think this is 100% plus repair cost, and then of course you have to have closing costs, which I think is what financing, soft cost, carry costs, closing costs, purchase price. Okay, all right, well, that makes sense. Okay, all right. There's some information on some marketing information on the Infinity Property venture or company. I'm not going to go through this because it's irrelevant to the analysis. Let's go back to the pictures, because I want to see the rest of this. And we've already looked at this, so let's close this one. Financial requirement. I think I saw this already, but let's look and see. Okay, I already looked at this too. Let's close that. And look at this one. Okay, I already saw that too. I think these are the same. Financial requests. Yeah, these are both the same. Okay, let's look at the pictures. Again, I already talked about this. I love these windows, by the way. It's a pretty area. Now, I would definitely, in a house like this, try to conserve some of the old features and character items of a house like this, even if they have to be modernized. You know, I really kind of love this handrail. I love this little door thing that lets people know that somebody's at the door. Not sure about this, but definitely try to conserve some of the old character of this house. That will go a long way. And wow, yeah, keep the curtains. No, but actually, you know, you can do a lot with a house like this. This is excellent. Yeah, definitely nice house. Okay, so this is the one fireplace that they're talking about. You know, surprisingly not very much wood inside, but actually I thought the house was from the 70s. It's actually from the 60s and late 50s. So this right here is also very typical to have around the fireplace, is a complete stone wall. I actually own a house as well that was built in 1949. It has a much similar layout. The one thing to remember with fireplaces with these old houses, they're usually not up to code. And what I mean by that they're not up to code, the area here in front of the fireplace, if it's a real wood-burning fireplace, has to be a certain size and for the to be up to code for safety reasons. That is, if some wood falls out or something, it doesn't like light the whole house on fire. And the old fireplaces do not have that. A lot of times the old fireplaces are retroactively going to be approved by an inspector, but you want to check on that because changing this whole area just so the fireplace is workable is a pain. You can also always convert fireplaces to gas burning fireplaces, which they don't need a whole lot of attention with the area here in front. But you want to check that with an inspector and see what's the best way to proceed in that without putting too much cost in it, but still go ahead and preserve the features of the house and use the house the way it was intended. It looks like the dining room area. Okay, it looks like a white carpet there. I don't know the condition, but it actually doesn't look that bad. I really love this. I really love this type of style of house, and I kind of thought that the roof was actually straight, so it looks like it's slanted or a style, so it doesn't look that bad at all. It looks very nice, this whole area. This, all I see here is really just I would say more cosmetic than anything. Okay, it looks like we're going into the kitchen. The linoleum floors, they're just ugly. However, they're very useful and they're easy to clean, so definitely would think of replacing. Make sure you keep the chandelier. You definitely want to keep the chandelier if you can. Chandeliers are like the big hit right now. Everybody has one. I even have one. Excellent. Alright, so we're in the kitchen. So it looks like this kitchen has been already updated, and it looks like in the 80s. This is definitely, I see lots of white, I see lots of brass, and it looks like from this oven right here, this is an 80s kitchen. This is definitely Miami Vice style 80s kitchen with pastel colors in the background. Most definitely, you'll have to update this kitchen. However, I think ripping out the cabinets is a bad investment. What I would definitely recommend for this kitchen, just by looking at it, replace the handles here everywhere, replace the appliances, replace the floor, possibly replace the countertops with granite or some other material that's not as crappy looking as this plasticky stuff. However, you can actually leave it and paint the walls, and that's all you need. You don't need to be ripping out the cabinets and putting on new cabinets or anything like that. This kitchen is not that bad. What I do see here, though, that might be a problem is right here. This down here, this is how they used to, I think, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I've seen this in old houses. It's a device that heats the house. So this is where the house is connected to the furnace, and this is where the hot air comes out for heating in the colder months. This is really super ugly. It's also not very safe because the air comes through here, and if you put like a cloth in there or dishcloth or a towel or whatever, it can ignite, especially in the kitchen. So you want to definitely try to move this up here somewhere or someplace out of the way if that's what this is. Excuse me. And you want to try to do that in every room of the house that has that. So this is your major investment here. As far as this kitchen, these cabinets look fine to me. Change this right here, of course, the ceiling fan, get rid of that. Yep, new appliances. The cabinets look fine. Would not change the cabinets. And in fact, you could probably even leave the appliances. This kitchen is not that bad. It's actually not bad at all. I mean, this needs, get rid of all the brass, get rid of this floor, get rid of the ceiling fan, and maybe change the appliances, but it's not 100% necessary. the door to the outside, it looks like. I do kind of like the way this is cut out. I would definitely try to preserve that in some way. I'm not sure why the fridge is right next to this door. This looks kind of really ugly. I don't know if you had all thought about moving this fridge to a different place in the this kitchen, but it also looks to me this kitchen is fairly small, so maybe a smaller fridge is actually in place for a place like this. You can see a lot of very easy fixes in this kitchen. I definitely wouldn't put too much effort into redoing this kitchen other than what I mentioned. Gas of stove is good. Obviously we saw the gas. And we've got some roof issues, like I mentioned. If you have a flat roof, you're gonna have roof issues, so you want to check and see what all of this is. This looks scary to me. Love this countertop. Do not get rid of this countertop. Keep this countertop, or else I'm going to personally pick it up and put it in my house. This is beautiful. This is definitely a keeper. Again, the same thing with the cabinets. Don't get rid of the brass. Get rid of the brass everywhere. Doorknobs, handles, even the hooks that the doors are in are usually brass for that in the 80s style. And it looks like the floor is some sort of stick-on tile. Oh my god, I hate those. Those are the worst. So if you can avoid it, get rid of any stick-on tiles, unless you have a professional actually install them and they look good. Even then, I think it's a waste. Where were we? In the bathroom. And by the way, this looks like the half bathroom. So this is the sink and the toilet. So now we're walking up to the kitchen, or we're down from the kitchen. Looks like some Berber carpet there. Definitely needs to go. This railing probably needs to go as well. This looks like the front living room area. Like I said, okay, here we go. Here's the wood paneling that I was looking for. Honestly, if he had asked me about 10 years ago, I would have said get rid of the wood. Now, the wood's coming into style again, so I would not remove it. I would definitely leave the wood paneling. And these curtains actually go well with the place as well. I don't know which room this is. Can't quite tell. But I don't know what this is, but if this is a paint issue or if this is a ceiling issue, i.e. roof issue. Yep, I got a house with doors just like that. Again, it's up to you. If you're going to keep doors like this, these require a lot of cleaning, a lot of detailed cleaning with a toothbrush, but if you can get all this cleaned up and restained, this would actually be nice, and just leave it, would not replace it. Assuming the car doesn't go with it, this is the 2-car garage, okay. Has a garage door opener, so it looks like the garage door is fine. Really what needs to change is possibly the garage door opener. I mean, garage again, has cabinets, has painted walls, looks good. And the little shop area, which is also great. Yeah, anything brass needs to go. Anything inside here needs to be painted. So we're still looking at the closet. Now we're going into the basement, looks like. So this is the basement area, which has another fireplace, which again has really nothing in the front of the fireplace to keep it safe. But I do like this. This is kind of like, looks like a bar area. Berber carpet, of course, has to go. And I don't know if this is a ceiling issue, ceiling crack or something, but it definitely has to be checked out. You probably have to bleach all this area, make this look pretty. Or actually, there's paint to paint this stone. So painting is probably the better option. And again, the wood paneling. Again, you know, the floors need to be redone. This needs to be painted. The wood paneling, I would definitely let it stay. Floors have to go. This is beautiful. There's the furnace. So here's where you check and see the age of the furnace. Looks like a gas furnace from down here. Check the age and see how long it's been not serviced or what is needed. I do really like this little basement area. Could be made into additional living space. Extra carpet looks like. Little storage area looks great. Not sure if this is the electrical panel that they were talking about earlier. That would have to be something you need to check out. I don't know what this is, but that's the electrical panel, then yeah, it definitely needs to be updated. Looks like an old telephone or something. Now we have a little bit of sink, so a little bar area, very nice. I love houses with character like this. This is just very nice. Okay, so here's the laundry area. We got some exposed plumbing here in this laundry area, and if this could actually be the electrical paneling, which is located close to the plumbing area, which kind of is a problem, because you don't want to have electricity close to your plumbing, especially if one or the other breaks. So you definitely need to engage a plumber and an electrician, and preferably ones that know what they're doing, to look at this mess right here. This right here looks scary to me. There's electrical outlets next to what's looking some drain pipes going down from upstairs, I presume. And of course there would be drain pipes over here by the washer, and also the ceiling looks like it's exposed. And this looks like here like the main vent for the furnace. So there's all kinds of stuff going on here that I don't know what it is. And I don't even know what this little black bottom thing is. What is that covering? A hole? Looks like there's some moisture or wetness right here. And a drain. So definitely this is an area of high concern to me. This is going to possibly get quite expensive to fix all this. Let's send somebody out there to look at that. Again, exposed ceiling, exposed piping. Looks like copper piping. So here's another issue with copper piping. Copper has been used in the old, long time ago for piping. These days they don't use copper piping anymore. They use plastic piping, which is a lot cheaper and can be replaced much cheaper. When you have copper piping, though, you have issues with copper piping because obviously you are in cold areas. I'm trying to remember what I learned about this, but obviously if you're in colder areas, you have issues with water freezing. And water, if it's exposed to extreme cold, it freezes. Obviously water expands when it freezes, which then causes your pipes to burst. That's why when you have exposed piping or piping outside, you need to cover it up so the water in it doesn't freeze. Or if you winterproof a house when you're going away for a while, you want to make sure that all the water is drained from the pipes so the water doesn't freeze and burst your pipes. When you have copper pipes, on the other hand, I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I want to say that freezing does not necessarily apply, or else if it does and you would have to replace a copper pipe, obviously it's going to be a lot more expensive than a plastic pipe. So you definitely want to have that conversation with a plumber up there, somebody that's knowledgeable about the area and the temperatures, to understand what's going on. Looks like there's another sink and a sump pump. So I don't know, is this city water or is there a sewer, or what is the plumbing situation in this house is my curiosity. And it looks like this right here is a dryer vent, which is going, looks like outside, but it's going in the sink, which actually should be attached to the back of the dryer. So this is an odd arrangement here, and a bunch of cabling hanging down, all kinds of issues. Problems, I see problems. Nice wood paneling. Not sure if this is the vent for the heat. Check with the HVAC person. This is the outside door to the downstairs. Looks like the air conditioning compressor outside, the outside unit, is fairly new. That's a good sign. Those things right here cost about anywhere between $1,700 to $2,500. This is a good sign. I don't know what this is. A little skylight for the bar area downstairs, I believe, or something. I don't know. But it looks like there's outdoor carpeting here that needs to be replaced. There's a iron railing that's rusting and discoloring this stone right here. Again, this can easily be bleached or painted. That's not a big deal. It's cosmetic. Love the grass, by the way. And I love the fencing, believe it or not. Again, about 10 years ago, I would have told you get rid of it. Now that I see it, it's very much in style. So keep this fencing. You do need to repaint it. And I actually like the landscaping too. But these guys right here, these trees, and I planted a bunch about 10 years ago in one of my other houses. They get huge, huge. In fact, you won't be able to find where to cut them down. So be careful with these guys. Cut them down or get rid of them, because they're going to take up a big space in your yard. You want to have trees that grow skinny and tall, and up here they provide nice shade. You don't want these big balloons in the middle of your backyard. It's just ugly, and it's not going to sell your property. Should be about this size, not this size. Okay, so this is the back porch, so we're going to have to put a lot of work into this to make this pretty. Luckily, it looks like cement. This house has been here forever, so it's settled. You can't expect, probably won't need to expect any more cracks in this. I would update the railings, of course, and repaint this, maybe a different color, not maybe necessarily brown. But this can be easily re-cemented and made really nice. Whichever way you choose, just make it nice. This is very much cosmetic, but it's a big deal, because if you can put a couple chairs and a table on here, it's going to show really nice. And on top of that, looks like the porch is open, and I don't know if you have any bug issues in the summer, but if this was screened, it would be much nicer. Back door, again, not a big fan of the brown, but I do like the shape. It's just a paint job. And I don't know what this is. This looks some sort of outside electrical wiring, and I would like to know what it's for and where is it going and why is it exposed like this. Definitely check on that. Okay, so we've seen this. Looks good. Okay, here's the furnace again from downstairs. Gas burning. I don't know what this arrangement here is on the side, but check the age. It should be over here or over there. Should be a little sticker, or it looks like back here is the water heater. I'm not sure exactly, but check these systems: the HVAC system, the water heater, as well as your fireplaces and your air conditioning unit outside, and check the age of everything, and get service people to check it out and make sure they're or have been serviced. Okay, here's the water heater. This water heater looks kind of old. The good thing is a water heater like this costs you maybe $1,000 at the most. And it looks like this one is going to be able to withstand a couple more years, so this isn't a big deal. I don't know. This is spaghetti to me. This is a plumber to look at and analyze and give you feedback on this. I see a lot of plumbing that's not plastic, which is a concern of me. Okay, so we're going back upstairs. Kind of like this light. Upstairs bathroom, beautiful green. I love the green. Keep the green if you can. This bathroom looks good. Looks really good. Probably needs to be really scrubbed. And if you have tile, there's ways to clean the grout in between the tiles to make it shiny. If it's discolored, like right here versus right here is kind of light and there is dark, definitely want to check into that. But there's not much that you have to do to this bathroom. And I just love the tile. This is just, I love it. I would definitely try to keep as many features of this bathroom as you can. The dark green tile, the light green sink, the little mosaic countertop, this light arrangement here, the silver here, And the wood, try to keep as much as you can, because that's the character of the house right there, and you can sell it as that. If you want to modernize this, try to do it in a way that is pleasant to somebody that would live there in the 50s, because you don't want to change the style. You're going to have several styles in the house, and that's going to be a mishmash and displeasing to the eye. Try to keep with the same decade at least. This seems like an upstairs room. I don't know what the wall here is made of, if that's wallpaper. If it's wallpaper and it's discolored, get rid of it. If it's... And actually it is wallpaper, I can see the seams. If it is nice, I would keep it. The floor definitely has to go. I would probably do the baseboards in a different color. They don't need to stay this dark brown. That doesn't look good. I'm giving the woman's perspective here, as well as the frames for the closets. They don't have to stay this brown color. I would definitely get rid of the brass. I see that right away. And here's the heating issue right here again. This little heating device that's going to be in every room. Change the light fixtures. Get rid of these curtains and curtain rod, obviously. Try to open this up as much as possible, and get rid of the floor, obviously, carpeting. See, now these closet doors have been painted white. The rest of the closet doors in the house are brown or wood, so would recommend to go one way or the other. You don't want to have different styles in different rooms. It's displeasing to the eye, and it's not going to sell. Little mini blinds, get rid of them. Get something, get like wide blinds or some sort of shutters, or French curtains or something like that, but get rid of the mini blinds. Mini blinds are for cheap rentals. They're not for $360,000 houses that you want to flip. Hers and his closet. Again, try to match the closet doors. If you're going to paint the frames for the closets, you also have to do the doors, and you have to do it throughout the house. This is very detailed painting work, and it's going to cost, so you want to consider which way you want to go in your estimate and analysis. Love the phone. Keep the phone, please. If you're not using this phone, at least hang it on the wall as a decoration. Beautiful. Okay, so now we have a bathroom that does have some issues. And this is a brown bathroom, it looks like. It looks like all the other rooms, all the other bathrooms, but this room actually has some sink issues. So if you're going to have to redo this, try to either, if you're going to keep the toilet in the bathtub, these colors, try to match the sink and kind of match it, but get rid of all the brass no matter what. Modernize the old look. Don't get rid of the old look. And if you can't stand the old look, then modernize everything. Like the cedar closet. Okay, so now we're in the attic. The good thing about the old houses is they're built out of very solid wood. They're huge planks, and modern houses aren't built this way anymore because they want to conserve wood usually. I have a house, like I said, that was built in 1949, I believe, or 45, I can't remember. And the wood is much like this, so this house isn't going anywhere anytime soon. You do have some insulation issues though, and so you want to check on all of that. And you want to check for pests, because it might be rats from what I see here. Yeah, you definitely have some insulation issues to check.
For your free guide to real estate investing, visit juliamspencer.com.